What's going on, guys? Pizais here, and in today's video we're gonna analyze Keria, the best support in the universe, on the planet. His macro decisions, his secrets, his methods, his techniques, his plays, everything is gonna be analyzed, and I'm gonna show you what you need to do to play like him with his tricks. Now we can see that he plays the draft super like normally. He picks like Thresh as a first pick. Obviously, Thresh is a pretty good first pick. You can pick Lulu first pick. Nautilus is not bad first pick. If you're low elo, you should avoid this champion because it's kind of hard. You should play like Nautilus, or you should try to play. If you really want to play hook, you should play Nautilus. If you want to play something that can carry on support, you can just play Lux or Zyra or Brand, or I don't recommend Thresh, but if you're high elo and you want to learn Thresh, he's a huge champion that you should play. Like the guy picked Jinx. Jinx with Thresh is one of the best lanes in the world, in the game, whatever you want to call it. It's super good. He goes for these runes. So the reason why he goes Glacial is because right now he does have Yuumi, Zeri, so he doesn't want to get Aftershock. You go Aftershock or you go Glacial, but in this case he goes for the Aftershock because he doesn't play against a melee support. Against melee supports you want to go for the Aftershock. He goes for Font of Life. The reason why he goes for Font and the reason why he goes for Mini Dematerializer is because you don't need biscuits. If you're a human and you play like good in the lane, you're never gonna need biscuits, so this is why he doesn't really take biscuits. Now he goes second win because he plays against Yuumi, and he goes Font of Life because it's pretty bad to get Dematerializer. It's pretty bad to not get Dematerializer, and it's pretty bad to get biscuits, so this is why he plays like this. Going into the gameplay, on a theoretical level, Jinx right now committed to a very safe playstyle with Ghost and Khal. If it was me in a champion select, I saw a lot of challenger players, they look to go for exhaust on Thresh. Why? Well, you should never go for exhaust on Thresh unless you play a laney phase that you know it's super safe, super slow. Like if Jinx, you see Jinx with like Ghost, you already know what she wants to do. She wants to chill, save, scale, go in the kitchen, sleep, just chill and play safe. So this is why personally I would go for the exhaust here, because he just wants to chill, especially against a Yuumi. So that you can also go exhaust in this specific case. If you're low elo, you should never go exhaust, as it's a very bad summon spell that will never help you, and if you want to get kill pressure, you should get always ignite on almost every single champion. Now he goes for the invade, like Keria invade, we all know it, and beautifully right here what he does is that he does predict her, so he easily hook on the left and connects. But guess what? This is challenger 1k LP Keria. What does it mean? This means Zeri as an AD carry, like that has a brain, that is good at the game, you take cleanse. Why? Is because if Thresh Flash hooks on you, and or he flays first and then he hooks and he puts the glacial on you, you're always gonna die. So obviously you really want to take cleanse. And now if you're silver or bronze and you play against Thresh, maybe you shouldn't take cleanse, you should take heal, because you don't play against Thresh players that are extremely good. But if you're more than platinum 1, I think that you should consider going cleanse more against Thresh 100%. The wave is coming right now, and we can see that Keria does not leash. Very common that jungle starts on the Raptors in this meta, and right now the Keria started with the hook, tries to go for hook, is gonna probably just go for the auto attack and back off right here. He doesn't really place the ignite because he knows that Jinx is not that strong early on. Obviously if it was a Kai'Sa, then he would try to really ignite and commit, but here he didn't really do it. But remember, like, and try to notice, guys, chat, notice this. So when he goes into the brush, he stays at the very extremity of the brush. No, he doesn't stay here. No, he doesn't stay here. He stays here, because when Yuumi is gonna try to, Q is gonna try to go dim and dim like this, so she can cover the whole brush. But Keria is a super good support. So now he goes into the brush because obviously the Yuumi just went for the Yuumi just went for the Q, and beautifully Keria is walking up. Also Jinx is trying to pressure from here because now they are just really scared. Usually if you play, like if this is Zeri and this is like Alistar, it's better to play Jinx from here so you can pressure the enemy AD carry and not face the support. So the parallel positioning is good. Keria into the brush and Jinx right here. But in this specific situation, when you play against a Yuumi, you have two options. Challenger players do this. Step number 1, you play into the brush with the trash and you try to pressure. Or step number 2, the thing that I like to do, whether I play in bronze or I play in like challenger, I like to stay in between the minions, because if you stay against Yumi in between the minions, what's gonna end up happening is that she's trying to Q, but she can't hit it. So you can stay either into the brush or in between the minions. So now we can see that the Jinx got pranked by the Yumi Q, and it is what it is. Now Keria tries to back off. Let's see what this guy is gonna do. He's trying to dodge, obviously getting the pressure without getting poked, trying to walk up, trying to keep pressure, and now he's probably just gonna go for the word. I don't like that right here he goes for the E immediately. If it was me, I would wait a little bit more and I would not level up anything. I would try to, if needed, go for the W if needed. So let's see what he's gonna do right here. He's trying to push, and right now he doesn't roam, he doesn't do anything. He has a big wave and he tries to abuse it. He tries to get plates. When you play against Yumi, if you don't win really hard the lane, you'll be in trouble. So you need to get plates, you need to get everything. Beautiful, beautiful by Keria. The best support in the world. I fell into Diamond 3 and now I'm praying to, because AD is too stressful. Ah, you're playing top lane. What happened, Iforanet? Man, what happened? But it's good that you take a break, brother. It's good that you take a break. Guys, chat, if you're on YouTube and you didn't know, on twitch.tv, besides LOL, I give free OPGG reviews, so you can also find your mistakes. It's absolutely free and it doesn't cost anything. And obviously, if you want to improve very hard in League of Legends, I also do coaching, so you can book your coaching session right now. I've got many people, exactly 2,500 coaching session with people that wanted to improve, and they improved really, really hard. So on my Discord, you can see their achievements, you can see the proof of my rank and who I am as a coach. So if you want to get coached by me, you're gonna find it there. And of course, if you want to improve. But speaking on the game right now, so this is a beautiful call by Elisa. The Elise tried to do 3 camps into going bot lane, and now when they see TP, what they do right here is extremely good, chat. So what they do right here is that they walk up, they try to put the lantern, but he does not flay, he does not flay, he does not flay. He wanted to try to flay after the Yumi is out, but the moment when he saw the TP, he's like, back this shit, I'm out. So now he's just gonna back off. Beautiful play by Keria. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Unfortunately, Keria doesn't really have a lantern here. He tries to play around it, but it doesn't really work out. Since the wave is pushing into them, they try to recall into the brush, but they can't do it. Now, beautiful stuff by the Zeri right here and the Yumi. What Keria wants to do, he wants to fake pressure. Fake pressure is meaning that he wants to stay into the brush, acting like he wants to hook. But in this situation, he's most likely not really gonna try to do anything too aggressive, as enemy jungle is also right here. Keria is gonna try to recall right here. This is not a bad recall if he does it, because Jinx is gonna get solo XP, but now he wants to recall as he's getting the experience, and now he's actually gonna stay. The reason why he stays is because he knows that Jinx might not be diveable, but she might get zoned out of the tower. Remember this base, guys. This is so high low. So check this out, what he does, what Keria, the best support in the world, does. So when you play Yumi, you're always scared that the enemy Thresh, especially in this matchup against Thresh, you're always scared that he's gonna carry. So what Keria does right here is that he's generating pressure. And you would ask, how? Well, simple. Keria is generating pressure because these minions right now, these minions have range until here in terms of vision. So the enemy team is super simple. The enemy team does not see this angle right here. They don't see it. So Keria first, before recalling, he went in fog of war, he recalled. So now the Yumi, if she's a human and if she's good, and this is challenger, she's ping SS. So he's generating pressure, he's applying pressure by recalling in fog of war, and many supports should do this, many people should do this. I mean, of course, maybe if you do it in silver, you don't really get any outcome, so don't do it. Now he's just gonna path towards mid lane because Jinx is in base, and Jinx is super safe in base. Now he's pathing towards mid lane, but he just takes the plant and he goes to mid lane to just push the wave. The wave is in an uncomfortable position right here, as you guys can see. The reason why it's in an uncomfortable position is because there are a lot more minions right here against, well, less minions, which means it's slow pushing into them. They are low, so they need a bit of help to fight this. Keria just instantly moves there. He tried to really flay the Lee Sin jump, but unfortunately he wasn't really there in range. Try to ignite and then try to hook as the Lee Sin, as Keria thought that. Did you guys see what he did? So Keria right here, chat. He thought he knew he's dead. The only way he's alive is if he flashes. So what does Keria do? Throws the hook and predicts the flash. He didn't have the flash, but in another game he would flash there and he would flash into the hook. So simple. So simple. Insane play by Keria. And when you play in this matchup right here on the bot lane, obviously you kind of need to feel forced to do something on bot lane because you're against Yuumi, so she's gonna outscale. But at the same time, you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too forward. And this is an extremely beautiful hook right here. Ooh, look at this, guys. Chat. Look at this. Between the minions. What is this, man? Oh my god damn, man. He's good. Insane. Even this dodge. Check this out, guys. Yuumi is queuing. Keria is like casually dodging right here. Boop. Trying to go at the right at the extremity of the brushes. Super good. Let's see what he's gonna do. So he's trying to get the brush priority. He's trying to look at mid lane. He's always pushing, always looking to roam because he's feeling forced to do something on the map. The moment when he gets the cannon on the bot lane, he can roam on mid lane. And the reason why he roams on mid lane, he knows that one, when you're roaming, you want your support, you want your AD carry to be safe, which she is because she made the Metalizer, and two, you want the roam to be reliable. When Lee Sin has this HP, this gives you a sense of warranty, a sense of guaranteed that you're gonna be able to get there. If Lee Sin was full HP, then he will probably prefer getting plates that are free. Besides, welcome back, Daddy. Hey Lee, welcome to the stream. I'm very happy to see you here. I hope you're doing fine. How are you doing? Okay, so Keria is trying to stop the recall. This is what he tried to do. He knows that there is another guy that was super low. So this is why the daddy Keria is doing, walking up behind the tower, because that's what we do in Challenger. We go behind of the tower and try to go super like forward. Now he died, but Gragas also died, and most likely Kenan is also gonna die. So this is a beautiful thing right here. Technically it couldn't be beautiful if Jinx was about to die on bot lane, but in this specific situation, remember that he had chosen a timing to roam when Jinx was safe. He helped the Jinx push, then he went mid lane. One, Jinx was safe, and two, the reliability of the play mid lane, the guaranteed was extremely high in terms of percentage. This is why he roams. Don't roam if you're not sure it's gonna work. Don't roam if your AD carry is behind. I mean, yeah, you can roam if your AD carry is like, sorry, not if your AD carry is behind. If your AD carry is in danger. If your AD carry is 0.6 or behind, you should always roam. Like, you should never stay with her. If she's 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. If she's 0.2, you can still give her a chance, especially if she's like Jinx, Kog'Maw, Vayne, like this kind of AD carries, you know, like hyper carries. But now same thing. He goes, he pushes with the AD carry, and then now he goes to the mid lane. Another big mistake that a lot of huge mistake that from my coaching sessions players do. Right now the Jinx died. Unfortunately, Keria tried to roam on mid lane. Well, he tried to roam. The problem is that the Jinx tried to stay for plates as well. What she should have done right here, she should hit the minions. She should not hit the tower at all. She should only push the wave, because the reason is that it's very simple. If you think about it, the Zeri can instantly just try to jump this wall with Yuumi ulti, so you can easily get pranked on bot lane if support is not here. So what he should have done, he should have pushed the wave, and then he should try to follow with Keria. And then if the play mid is not available anymore for you as an AD carry, you can always go back to bot lane and try to stay 1v2 as you play against Yuumi, and it doesn't matter if Keria is on the mid lane. Right here, the AD carry died. If you're in low elo, I will give you a very important tip, okay? If you're in low elo and you play support, you do not, the worst thing that you can do, and I hear this, I coached more than 400, 500 people on support, only in support. In addition to the 80 carry coaching that it's like 600, in addition to other roles that it's over 1k coaching sessions. So what I want to say is that the worst thing that you can do as a support is you're trying to get your 80 carry ahead, and then you're trying to go mid, and then you're trying to go top. Like, what the fuck? You can't make everyone 3-0, because if you make your 80 carry 3-0 and then you go mid lane, guess what? Your 80 carry is gonna go be 3-3 by the time that you go back to bot lane. She's gonna int it. So in low elo, instead of doing the high elo strategy, which is let me get everyone ahead, let me play with the whole team, let me get them ahead, let me do them optimal play. In low elo, you do one thing. Get your 80 carry ahead. If she's ahead, stay with her. Only roam if she's extremely safe and you know that there is no universe that she dies. But again, if there is no universe, because in low elo they will die, and they will die fast, and you will flame them, they will flame you. You should not roam if they are strong. Stay with them, okay? Don't go on mid lane if your 80 carry is fed, and if your 80 carry is not fed, then no problem, play with the other people. But again, if your 80 carry is like 0-4, because if your 80 carry is 0-0, you still play with the 80 carry unless she's base or unless the wave is in a very good position, in which case you can roam. I'm just saying that usually when your 80 carry is very ahead, you just want to stay with her, and you do not want to go mid lane in lower elo, because they will always die. So let's see what's going to happen right here with this play. So Keria is going to go on bot lane. He sees this opening right here. He tries to cut them off like this, going like this, super behind them, in case the Zeri is going to try to go here with the flash and then E over the wall. Extremely good. And what Keria does right here, he doesn't order the hook first. He just tries to look for the flay. He tries to look for the R even to slow the guy, and then he looks for the auto attack, and then he tries to walk up here. And the reason why he keeps his flay, as you guys can see, is because he always keeping flay for the E of the Zeri if she was trying to go for this wall E or this wall E. I'm pretty sure this wall E doesn't work, but this wall E works for sure. Or maybe he wanted to go to Alcove. Or you can also keep your E, because Yumi is you're gonna be able to, if Yumi goes down, boop, you're gonna be able to flay. This is the reason why he kept the flay.